This is Sylvia from the Lifelong Health and Fitness Conversations podcast, inviting you to tune in for more conversations promoting functional fitness, mental health, wealth, and overall wellness. Join me as I interview experts and practitioners to enrich your life holistically. Listen anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey everyone, I thought I would do an episode on drainage dysfunction and kind of drainage pathways because this is something that kind of newly introduced to, and I did take like a free, it was a free 2 or 3 day kind of course on it, but it's something that someone brought up that I thought was interesting. I don't really see many people talk about this or kind of mention it. It is connected a lot to detoxification, and I think in order to really kind of detox, you really need to open up these detox pathways. There's a number of different ones. There's the cells like the mitochondria. There's a bunch of organs and tissue, mostly like the skin, kidneys, and lungs. I would say even the gallbladder, the lymphatic system. The liver and the bile ducts, and also the colon. And they're all connected. There's some kind of simple fixes, and there's some kind of more advanced fixes you can also do. If your drainage pathways aren't really opened up really, then when you detox, you're just gonna get backed up, and you're gonna recirculate whatever you're trying to detox. Which could be a number of different things, biotoxins such as mold, different kinds of mold, heavy metals. If you're killing off stuff, that's gonna have a lot of die off stuff, and it's going to have a lot of inflammation and stuff like that. Then you want to detox. There's a number of different things that can, and these can actually back up the drainage pathways as well too. You can get kind of tests, or you can kind of go kind of on different symptoms. A lot of the symptoms are kind of fairly common. You can, if you have kind of fatigue and brain fog, like skin issues. There's a number of different things. You can, I think this would I would go as far as like hormones. That's more tied into detox, but hormones, blood sugar, even weight gain as well too. Because if you open up those drainage pathways and then you start detoxing in that order, because you really want to do it in that order, then you can really improve these things and work on it. And even stuff like mitochondrial dysfunction and stuff. And there's one way is you can really try to hydrate as much as possible. You want to have probably about 80 ounces or so, if not more, about half your body weight in ounces. That's kind of a good kind of general what you kind of want to shoot for as for hydration. And you do want to try to do kind of use filtered, distilled, or spring water. You can add minerals. I kind of have my own kind of recipe or thing I've come up with. I kind of add some salt and vitamin C and magnesium. You can also get different supplements as well too. The other big thing is, you really want to kind of help these move along and move toxins along, is you can do various different things. I think you can do rebounding, you can do infrared saunas, you can do coffee enemas, especially to open up kind of the colon more and kind of make that flow more. You can what else can you do? You can rebounding and vibration, if I didn't already mention that. There are some supplements and other stuff you can do as well too. You can even kind of open up your lungs and stuff as well too. You can even nebulize stuff kind of hydroxygen, which is biomolecular oxygen. You can you can also do craniosacral therapy. You can do lymphatic massage, dry brushing, and you really want to kind of open up these pathways as much as you can. And when you do these, you can start using binders as well too, to kind of help with the detox and kind of work on that. But yeah, sometimes even like drainage and with the detox, you kind of, a lot of people, it sounds a bit out there, but there's been a lot more research, and that's why therapies like somatic therapies especially, is people store a lot of their emotions and stuff in their body. This can come up in a number of different ways, like tension and stuff like that, but you can also it can come up in a number of different ways. It can contribute to your health problems. It can, if you have kind of a poor negative mindset, it can also affect your healing journey, and other stuff. But you can do other stuff. You can also like walk for about 20 minutes or more if you can. Try and get good quality sleep, and go to bed if you can around 10:30 to 11. That's kind of when you're what is it? I think like melatonin, or like the best time to kind of, if you can, go to sleep. I know people work on different schedules and stuff like that. There are different supplements and stuff you can kind of work on. There's like NRF2 and NRF1 synergizers. There's NAD synergizers. There's tri-synergetic chinizizers. I can't even say that right. D-ribose. You can take fulvic and humic acid, which are also good binders as well too. And these are to really kind of open up these pathways and kind of get stuff moving. You can do castor oil therapy as well too, which is generally kind of easy to do, easy and simple to do. It's just, you can put it on kind of your whole abdomen and back area and just wrap it, and then do that. But this is kind of before you kind of start detoxing, and you can kind of start detoxing, and then you can kind of go back to this and whatever, and then you can kind of move on to other stuff. But another area I think is also digestion. If your digestion really isn't working right, if you aren't like having regular bowel movements, and coffee enemas can help. They can kind of move stuff along. You can get rid of some parasites and stuff like that. It really helps with increasing glutathione naturally, as well as moving stuff through the bile duct, especially if it's done correctly. You really want to try and do it correctly if you can. And also the brain or glymphatic system. There's when you, especially at night when you're sleeping, your brain kind of goes through this detox cycle, and if it's really important that it does this. It's called the glymphatic system, and it empties into your lymphatic system. And there's even something I used recently, which is you can even prop up your head at an angle, or I use like a wedge pillow. You can prop up your mattress. Some people do that. That kind of helps as well too. But you really want to, especially the brain and glymphatic system, because especially this can help, especially kind of with brain fog and fatigue, and kind of work on that stuff. That's about it. Also red light therapy. That's another thing. I'm looking over some notes, kind of some stuff I've taken on it. Red light therapy can be really helpful. It can, especially when you kind of expose your skin to it. It can help with kind of mitochondrial function. It can help with collagen and other thing as well too. But yeah, open up those pathways, drainage pathways, all the different pathways. And then when you start detoxing, they won't just get backed up, and then you can and then you can actually get those toxins out and stuff like that. There are some other ways, looking at my notes a little bit more, to kind of help with liver, bile duct, and kind of digestion, as you can take digestive bitters and enzymes. Some herbs like NAC, milk thistle. The castor oil therapy will also help as well too. More fiber will actually help. It'll actually help bind good fiber. I would even say resistant starch, in the form of I would say potato starch is a good one. You can also use B vitamins help. Vitamin C helps. Beets, that helps nitric oxide and blood flow as well too. Because there's a lot of toxins and stuff, and I think it really If your body isn't, if the drainage pathways aren't open and you're not detoxing, and your body is there just toxic load, overload, fairly common, especially if you're experiencing a bunch of different issues. This can contribute to weight gain, hormone issues like fatigue and brain fog, especially if there's a lot of stuff that your body's kind of handling at the same time. If it's like a combination of things like chemicals, anything from like NSAIDs, there's PFOA, PFOS, there's glyphosate, heavy metals. There can also be parasites and stealth pathogens, viral infections, retroviral. There can be a ton of different things. There's a lot of different chemicals that can affect your hormones and can affect, really like throw off your body, that are pretty common in a lot of personal care products. You really have to kind of look for kind of natural alternatives or solutions, because they can really build up in your body, and a lot of people have methylation defects, so it kind of overwhelms the body, and it can contribute and also cause a bunch of different issues and symptoms, and whether it be fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, Lyme disease, a number of different issues. And you really need to work on the kind of drainage, and then work on more on the detox. But yeah, that's about it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think. I'm trying to get on more guests. Also trying to get on a few podcasts myself as well too. And I'll see you later. Have a good week. Have a good day, life, etc.